Hey, what's going on there, YouTube?
What's up, y'all? What's going out there, everybody? This is Joe Johnson 03, or Joe to the 03 to the 0.
He beat me by
I
like
worked that into, you know what I'm saying, my intro lines yet, but the last 0.
he beat me like about 5 seconds, y'all. Like what Ultron did to Tony Stark. Yeah, you beat me by 5 seconds. You know that, right? Anyway,
I don't know.
It doesn't matter what you did.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Forget you too.
I don't know.
Beat
I really don't know what you're referring to. As far
Sorry,
as 5 seconds.
this is a random
Y'all see this on camera, right?
review
Y'all see that on
for
camera, right?
Arrow.
Man.
And the name of this episode is "This Is Your Sword." The synopsis reads:
I feel the love.
Oliver must complete 2 final tasks before coming to the next Ra's al Ghul. Nyssa is threatened. Malcolm makes an offer to the team. Thea goes and visits Roy. Those are not even describing what really goes down. There are so many implications to this. I was like enjoying every second of it. One thing I can definitely off the top talk about is the cinematography as far as the fight sequence. There's a huge fight sequence that takes place on Nana Parbat, the embodiment of the team, and also with the League of Shadows. And it's really well done. And even like the CG that takes place with certain characters, I was like blown away by it. But it's not just that. Joe has said this in the spoiler review, that everybody is on their P's and Q's as far as their acting in this time around. From performances with John Diggle, from performance with Oliver Queen, and even with Felicity, like they take heart to evolving these characters. I mean, that might be scripting, but some things you can't take off of paper and produce it on film. Like it has to be, you have to make it your own to be able to explore it the right way. And everybody in this episode, they get pushed to their breaking point. Basically all the gloves are off. Oliver has really gone off the hinges on deeper levels. There are some surprises here or there, but by the end of the episode, you're gonna be left, if you haven't seen the trailer for the next episode, you're gonna be left with the thinking there really truly is no more Oliver Queen, and what he's capable of and what he's gonna do. Like you can see why he's getting into this role of being Ra's al Ghul, or even why Ra's al Ghul is thinking to choose him as that. But I really liked this episode. There's different things about it that I can't really describe without being too much spoilers, but I will say that Tatsu, she steps up in this episode and she becomes somewhat of a hero if you know the comic book mythos. But what are the things that resonated with you in this episode, Joe?
So, without spoiling anything, this episode, if I had to sum it all up, man, and like pretty much my impression after watching this entire episode, I would just say, man, it's just bad A, like for real, like. And not only that, but after watching it, I was left with like just a huge question mark, like not in confusion, but just like what is gonna happen. Yeah. Because I really can't pinpoint exactly what's gonna happen out of this episode, and how exactly it's gonna take place. So this next episode that's gonna follow this one, I'm not sure exactly. I'm interested to see how everything transpires, because they set it up to where it's so much that's just like your anticipation for it is just like what's gonna happen. Yeah. What's gonna happen? What's the end game? What's the final plan?
And that's for everything too.
At the end of this episode, it's like, okay, so you have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, this is all gonna hit the fan. Everything. It's gonna be a wrap for everybody.
I mean, it's funny you said that, because when he says a plan, it's not just like the team. It's like everybody. Like, what is Oliver's end game? Like, what is gonna happen with Oliver and Felicity? Like, what is going on with Diggle that he would go to the point of being a vigilante. He can't stop beating on someone from so much rage and betrayal. Like, what's gonna happen with Thea and Roy? Like, what is everybody's end game? What is the true plan? These questions get, I guess, cycled through in this episode, but there is no resolve by any means at all. Like, it really begs more questions than anything. And one of the things about this episode, it will continue to keep you guessing. There are things that happen that you do not anticipate, especially from Malcolm, especially from Oliver, and more than anything, like what Ra's al Ghul's true plan is. And it's a really good episode. I know we're not talking about a lot, but we are. Once you see the episode, you'll be able to understand a little bit more what we're saying. We're trying to hold it back. If you want to know more, if you've seen the episode already, definitely go and check out our non-spoiler review. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. 2 reasons for me is because I'm hyped even more so than I thought I would be from the last episode. Get ready for the season finale. And then not just that, how they treated the cinematography for the fight sequences, and not just that, the bittersweet moments where you have like Roy and Thea's like intersection for once, and then even when the group gets on Nana Parbat, what do they really do when they kind of face what Oliver has become? Like, there's a lot of emotions that are really going up in this episode, and they treat it so well cinematically and projected for us as fans that have invested 2 years into these characters. They definitely have evolved, and any show that can evolve a character after 2 years, it deserves to continue, and that's why I love this show. What are your final thoughts on it, man?
I gave it a 9.
Too. Yeah,
I gave it a 9, but they definitely with this episode set it up to where they completely setting this episode up for the next one, and it's just the way they do it is just really well. Yep.
Yeah. Oh gosh, man. I forgot, man. I didn't even talk about this in the spoiler review. The trailer. Once you look at the episode, try to go to youtube.com and look for the trailer for the season finale, which I think is episode 4X22. Look at the trailer, because there are people that you're not going to expect in this trailer, and there's things that you cannot even imagine is going to come up in the next episode. It's so raw. So definitely check out this episode on hulu.com. Check it out on cwtv.com. If you haven't already, and definitely if you enjoyed our non-spoiler review of this, please leave a like below. Leave any comments you have about anticipation for season finale. What are your thoughts on what you want to happen or what you think is going to happen? And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I've been a little sick, just to let y'all know. That's why I was kind of like fatigued yesterday. I was pretty much out of it. Definitely everybody keep me in your prayers. And yeah, we're going to put this on the grind, and come next week, it's going down. It's going down to Chinatown. We're out. Later, everybody.